This familiar scene is any weekday morning. The place, well, any of the Navy's many office buildings. And what a sight it is. Bright, cheerful, well-rested office personnel arriving at work to pit their wits against the workaday world. These people are plenty smart, too. Yes, sir, a lot of them actually went to college. Got degrees for being smart, for using their heads, for being on their toes. People like Miss Diffle here. Plenty of old gray matter under this kid's peroxide. Always just about on time, goes along strictly by instinct. Nothing's ever going to happen to her. But pity the plight of the poor unfortunate who happens to cross her path. He's taking his life in her hands. Better take a good look at her, my boy. You're apt to meet her again. Oh, be careful. Well, better safe than sorry. Uh-oh. Now what? Such personality. This is the way she starts her day. Such youth, pep, and vitality. Now, suppose we get down to business and talk about safety. You know, for some strange reason, people seem to consider office work as being free of any danger. What could happen to anyone working behind a nice, safe desk? What could happen? Typewriter bites girl. Here's an industrious-looking fellow with his mind on his work. Oh! Desk traps man. Now let's take filing cabinets. Harmless-looking things, aren't they? Yes, harmless-looking. But so is the rear end of a mule. Potentially, they are dangerous hazards. Kicking the drawer is the wrong method of closing it. It may slide open again to trip some unsuspecting victim. See what I mean? This girl might have broken her leg. But this time she was lucky. Just a skinned shin. Of course, the real tragedy is that was her last pair of good stockings. Here are some suggestions about filing cabinets. Open only one drawer at a time. Unless you enjoy smashing your fingers, never grasp the file around the bottom, side, or top. See what I mean? Close it properly, then make sure it's locked. Now, you may be an architect, but don't build on top of a filing cabinet. Why? Oh, we'll show you why. You remember Miss Diffle. She's going to get that drawer open or else. Now, just a minute, Miss Diffle. Why go through those unladylike gyrations? Here cometh young Lochinvar to solveth all your problems. Now, watch his technique. That's right. Brace the feet, address the handles, pull hard. Well, that's one way. You might also remember that if the heavily loaded drawers had been at the bottom of the file, this would not have happened. Now we come to office machines. There's a decided tendency on the part of office workers to overlook the fact that mechanical hazards do exist. For example, the purpose of the paper cutter is to cut paper, not your fingers. Oh, now, why cut off the end of that lovely digit? Especially the one you point with. Thank you, sir. And, Dora, when working the paper punch, remember it was invented for paper, not fingers. Machines in motion are always dangerous. Keep your fingers clear. You should have stopped the machine before making the adjustment. But now that you've injured yourself, don't be a victim of homemade first aid methods. Go to the dispensary immediately. It will save you from dangers of infection, not to mention the loss of time and money. And now we come to desks. You know, a desk can be the safest place in the world. Of course, one should be a good housekeeper like this fellow. Loose pins and thumbtacks can prick your fingers unless kept where they belong. There's a place for everything, and everything should be in its place. Whoops! Of course, his place is in his chair, not on the floor. Very undignified. Yes, we'd be embarrassed, too. These things could very easily be avoided. Get acquainted with your chair, know its limits, and observe them. Uh-oh, what's this? I hope he remembers that chair. He didn't. You'll find all along the line that accidents usually result from thoughtlessness. If you have to reach for high objects by standing on boxes or ladders, always brace yourself with your hands. Now, don't be indignant. What would have happened if he hadn't been there? Now, here's careless Cliffy. No. That's not the place for a burning cigarette on the edge of a desk. You see why? Should be getting warm about now. Hope you'll make it. What's this? Uh-oh. Don't go barging into dark closets. Your friends will never believe your story. Here's a little lady busy as a bee. What's wrong with this picture? Just wait and see. She left a book on the windowsill. Look out below. Don't put anything on windowsills. Ah, she missed this time. Thank heaven. Here we have Joe, the fix-all guy. Defective electric cords, plugs, or switches are shock hazards. Never attempt to repair them yourself. Always call a maintenance man. Now, this is asking for rupture or strain. There's a right and a wrong way to do everything. Learn to lift properly. Keep the back straight. Lift with the arm and leg muscles. Don't put the strain on your back. Well, here's Miss Diffle again, up to her usual tricks. Now, that's pretty. Someone's going to trip over that telephone cord and take a nasty fall. And here he comes, Lochinvar, our human guinea pig. Hey, you weren't supposed to see that. No, you don't, Lockie. You're supposed to trip over that wire.
Oh, gee whiz, I'm all black and blue already. Do I have to?
I'm afraid you're it, Lockie. Now be a good fellow and give us a nice fall.
Well, all right.
Sorry you have to take a beating like this, Lockie, but maybe we can save hundreds of others by observing the danger lurking in telephone cords. Gertie is all through for the day, but she's in much too big a hurry. Haste makes waste and injured fingers. Thousands of persons are killed or injured every year by falling on stairs. This is the heavy foot type, better known as lumbering Louis. Not very soft, are they? And here is Fire Drill Freddy, late for a date. Too bad, he'll never make it now. This is Hurrying Harry. He doesn't look where he's going. He knows the stairs are there without seeing them. Oh, my mistake. Somebody must have moved one. And here comes Killer Diffle, her victim right in front of her. Poor Lockie. Looks like he's in for it again. Uh-oh, watch it. Lockie, that bike, it's going to clip you. Look out. He did. But she didn't. She finally became the victim of her own carelessness. Don't be a Diffle. Learn the rules of safe conduct and apply them. Yours is the safest job in the world, if you use your heads. It's up to you.